I used to not think very much of this little house down here. I mean, it was always nice to have a structure, but the question was, what were we going to do with it? Because it's an old office. But now that I've started to see the field come up, it kind of makes sense to do something with it because it's like just sitting there and it's perfect.
It's about 600 square feet, so it's a 20 by 30.
600 square feet's big.
It's not bad. It's like a large, tiny house, essentially.
Yeah. The first thing that I want to say is when I see this is like something to connect this area here where we are, right? Because you could really make the place feel big. The porch is nice already, honestly, but extending it out here with things, you know? Like a little table, picnic table, outside area.
I think the key is like, we keep on saying like, what's the minimal viable product that we could do? And maybe we concentrate, we figure out a budget that makes sense for all three of us. And we put that in, and then maybe we start on the inside, and whatever's left, we could, you know, focus on the outside then afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying the bones are like so good.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a solid house. I mean, it's an office and it has no heat, but we could change that by doing a mini split that has both heat and air conditioning.
So it's like -5 Celsius outside, and it's like 5 Celsius inside. So there's 10 degrees difference. So I'm not sure if this is insulated or not, but.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know we had to do a COVID check before we entered the house.
23.
All right. Yeah, you're right. This wood has got to be changed color. Last night when we were looking at it, it looked like a darker red.
Let's come in and close the door. So,
It is warmer in here though.
Yeah. I think it might be insulated because I can't see them like wanting to work here without like building all the walls and not putting insulation in. It doesn't make any sense.
Insulation is also for keeping the cool air in.
Yeah.
And they only had this open 3 seasons out of the year. So this is where Joey, where you're standing, they actually had the desk in this room right here. They had a big office and desk right here.
Right. You see, I see this kind of like as this is the big salon open area, right?
Yeah, I could see this as like, here is where the light comes in.
I don't think you should cut it up like with a bedroom. If there's a bedroom, it should be a curtain or something, you know? Like if this is going to be like a living room / cozy kind of salon room, and this is where the bed and like thing goes, you don't really want to cut it off with a wall. I think like a sheet or a curtain, you know,
A nice open space.
Yeah, like a hotel, because that's the main point of this thing. This looks great, this room, you know. And like the wood paneling is great. You have to just change that like corny color. Even the bathroom's like huge.
The bathroom we could actually do.
This is like insanely big.
Yeah, the bathroom is big, and I think we could actually go more deluxe at the bathroom.
Deluxe.
Like we might be able to do like a really nice like sit down shower and everything with like some you know, and then increase the size of the sink and have a nice vanity.
The shower to here.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, because this is just such a waste of space.
And then we could have a nice vanity. You know, it could actually be kind of like a place where you come and just like really relax and have a, you know, sit down shower type of thing, or
Steam. Yeah.
Oh my God, you know what that all takes?
I know, it's not minimal viable product.
Steam room, shower.
I just think of it and say what would be great. Yeah. So what's this little area? This is like a kitchen?
This is the kitchen, and then, you know, you have a little table where you can eat.
Okay, so this would be like the eating area. That makes sense.
But this could be slightly larger.
What do you mean? This is the kitchen or how?
Yeah, this could be the countertop where you work. We could do a nicer sink.
Look at the nerve of them, right? Just unforgivable, this little thing.
This under here.
Oh yeah, that's cute. A
That could
fridge.
be a washer.
I think it was for a fridge,
Fridge,
maybe,
yeah.
right?
Fridge.
Yeah. And then think about it too, like this is nice, even though it opens up to the road. What's kind of cool about it is that if this is landscaped really well, and you even have like a place where you can walk out, you could take your meal and sit on the front porch if you wanted to, or the back porch.
On this side's better, I think.
This is actually quite nice. This thing.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just not gonna fit in when you do everything. It's like randomly placed. There's like too many jackets for like 3 people would stay here.
Yeah.
You know, why do you need 10?
For an office, though, of working people, this might have made sense at some point.
Alright, so you like this? Sold. Great. Sold.
I think
more
this-
things to sell. Look at this.
This feels really good in here. Could be very cozy.
What's funny about it is that it does have like a really different feeling down here than up top, but we could just really go with the feeling of what it is to be like down here.
To me, like, look at this. When you look through here, and I envision how the grass should be, feels like there'd be like bison here. You have to just really lean into the ranch house feel, right? Because this is a ranch house. Look at this is a ranch kind of. I know it doesn't really look like it now, but I can see when these things start to come in, it's like this is like plains. This is a ranch house.
We almost need some alpaca or something down here.
First of all, what I see in here is we should do like a very beautiful wide plank wood floor, and that will really transform the space. And as you can see, the door is very high already, so I feel like we could just literally put the wood on top of this tile already, and then you don't even have to dig it up. I mean, it's going to help heat it. It's already made. There's no point to overdo this. Just lay, planks of hardwood on top, very, very wide. That will transform the whole space. This wood is a disaster in terms of the color, but the point is it still looks nice. So it's like you could color this with like an oak stain, like sand it down. I would honestly get rid of this bullshit trimming up here. This looks like shit, and replace it with something more nice, or simple, or classic.
Sander, do you think this is going to be easily sanded because it has ridges?
No.
Yeah, but if it's a bit rustic, that's okay. Like if it's a bit like messed up, I think if you did this by hand, what do you think?
By hand?
No, just like the edges, so you don't have to take off every piece and do it. Or what do you think?
If you have to sand this, it's gonna be a ton of work.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I think it's easy to say that this floor has to stay in, but I don't know. You have to really research that because there might be some dips in the floor that if you put planks on it, it might create these spots where it's not level. So I think we really need to research if it's even the right approach to keep this floor in here or if it's take it out.
Yeah.
Because what I have seen is that they have taken old flooring out and then they have some kind of self-leveler to level the whole space, and it just becomes like, because it's a liquid and then it turns solid, it levels the whole floor.
That makes
perfectly
sense.
Because it was a liquid before and the water stays level. So, but I'm not sure if that's again.
But like
sure.
if we
Hopefully
wanted
we
to
just put planks over on top of this and call it good. But.
I mean, the other thing is like we like this trim, right? But it's not really that expensive to just put a new trim in. If you had
it
to
might
tear
be
this
less
out.
expensive to just buy new stuff,
right?
And instead of taking it all off, sanding it, putting it back on, staining it.
But I think this wood is in really good condition. I'm not talking about the trim. This wood is in stellar condition.
This wood is nice, yeah.
We can also just paint it a solid color.
Could do a crackle paint, rustic crackle paint.
Like a rustic, make it more like French Parisian style.
Exactly. Maybe that's the way to do it. Yeah, like a few layers of paint.
I wonder if you could just stain over it.
Maybe, but like this is gonna look great with that painting we did on Sam's walls, the lime wash. Like, think of the audacity to choose this color, and then put it next to pink.
Purple pink, and then put lime green in this room.
It's a different era. It's a different era.
Different era of thinking. It's just your two favy colors. that don't match with wood.
Here, I have a shot of the pink, the teal, blue, green, and the lime green all in one.
Be careful, you don't want to break your camera. But I do like the long feeling of this room. This could be like a little living room, you know, cozy vibe, cozy cabin vibe. We'll change this door to something nice.
Yeah, the door could be a statement piece. I think that's like what you get, where you get your most money is just like doorknobs, like little hardware, like things that really make it classy.
Yeah.
That mini split above your head, that's the AC because it was only used in the summer. But we could get a mini split that has both heating and air conditioning just right there, and then it'll all be taken care of. And then you have this as upgraded as like a house like that.
Yeah.
If we only did that and then put furniture in here, then it would actually be usable.
The test is right now, it's like -5 out, and it's like not even cold in here. So a little bit of heat is going to help. But also, like, what do you guys? I mean, I'm getting a little crazy here, but I mean, a little fireplace could do.
Well, fireplace would be hard because then we would need a place where the fire would go out. Like you have to have the chimney.
I think the answer is to do that outside, just with one of those clay standalone things, like just right here.
I think that's another example, Joey, of like how you could feel inside outside is you have like a little, you know, area where people could sit outside and enjoy like a little fire. And
You're totally right. Yeah, that's much better. Because, yeah, nice little fire pit here. That's really beautiful. My brother made his fireplace in his backyard really nice. You know what he did was he dug a hole like down, and he put stones around it like stair steps. Do you ever see that kind of look?
Yeah.
And then in the center is a fireplace. And like that kind of thing here would be amazing.
yeah, it would be.
And not too expensive.
And this is actually on a bunch of stone as well, so it's not like something that would catch fire easily.
The bathroom is really oversized for the whole place. I don't know what the thinking was, but we could definitely do something fancy in here. This looks like my grandma's shower. But, well, the bathroom is huge.
Yeah.
This shower stall is actually a good starting place.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sandra? If you tore down this, you could extend it out even here and have a really huge steam shower.
You're gonna have quite a problem here though, because you're gonna have a 1 foot opening here to get to the toilet. So
that's
you need
true.
to think about that and look at the drawings. But plus you're gonna have the sink in the way.
Yeah, this is pretty big, but I see what you mean, Summer, to do something nice.
Even putting just a light in here and using white tiles that makes it feel bigger.
Yeah, or if it's stone,
Figure
doing
something
something
out.
nice, yeah.
The problem is they made this like utility closet here that it's kind of an inconvenient spot because the hot water heater and the pressure tank are in here. But the way this comes out here kind of limits you because you can't really put a shower here in the end.
Yeah, or like this
Because you
whole
have
big
this
space.
window and this door here.
Like this
So-
whole space is wasted.
Yeah, this whole space is wasted.
Why can't you put the sink right there where Joey's standing?
Because you could, but it's okay. So say we put the sink right there. Now if you just quickly want to wash your hands, you gotta walk all the way to the back of this thing, which could be fine. But then again, we have this weird space here then.
No,
Now
if you
this
want
space is
if you want to just wash your hands, you wash it in the kitchen sink right here.
Sure, but like listen to what the next thing I'm saying is that so why are you moving the sink? Because now that weird space that we have there is now transferred to here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're transferring the weird space.
Right.
It doesn't go anywhere. Like the way this bathroom is laid out with this utility closet and the shower here, it creates this like.
But what if the
conflict.
shower? What if the shower actually curves like this? So it's like a curve. It doesn't. There's nothing
it
to
could
say
be
that.
more open shower.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
a good
There's nothing to
idea.
say that it has to be box.
Yeah.
If it curves in, then it actually brings you into the loo. You know, it makes you want to go to the bathroom.
Well, after some matcha tea, I think
The
you
bathroom is designed so well, it just makes you want to go to the bathroom.
I love that idea, Summer. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could come out you could come out 1 foot,
Right.
you know.
But even if you don't, you could just still curve it, and then it'll feel like a curved wall, which is nice when you're taking a
Right.
shower. And
Yeah.
then the sink doesn't
Because this wall doesn't need to be here. You could have a glass shower. Like there's no purpose of this
it'd
wall.
be more an open shower because the way this wall makes it feel really small too.
Yeah. Even that takes a lot of space out of the room, doesn't it? If this came out by a foot, this wall's gone, and we did what Summer was saying, and have a nice curve here. That's like we're living in the 2020s.
I've even seen like hotel rooms where the shower's just open. There's no curtains at all. It's just in your room, and all the surroundings are like tile and waterproof stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like very open space. I guess it's designed that way.
What's nice is that the sink could still go on this wall, and you don't have to futz with the plumbing very much because you already know there's water on this wall because the toilet's there.
Well, that doesn't mean that there's automatically water there. It will need its own its own connection. But if there's anything easy to move, if you had to choose between a toilet, a sink, or a shower, it would probably be the sink.
Okay.
It would be the easiest to move. So in that aspect, it is a good idea to keep the toilet where it is,
Right.
and to keep the shower roughly where it is, and then let's move the sink. That would be the.
Do you guys think that the heat wouldn't like come to here? Like if the heater's there, would this be kind of a weird?
You could always have like a little electric heater in here, like I have in Brooklyn.
I don't know. We'll have to see if that one heater actually heats the whole place or not.
But I mean, I think the conclusion is that we have a really good bones here.
Well, this little corner is really, I mean, it's already designed with the beautiful light, and like sunrise is here, right?
Yes.
So it's just the kitchen table can go here, and then you have a nice little eating area, and this is the kitchen here. This is the kitchen sink, so you could build this out a little bit for stuff, and it's bigger than what's called a kitchenette. You could have like a medium kitchen here. And like all this stuff, like if you took this down, could be beautiful shelves with all the stuff that you need for cooking. Open shelves, yeah. Because there's not really room here.
But even if we wanted to, do this as a wood floor, like it's so small, this house, that you could do it. Like even when we had our construction friend Craig come and we said, how much would it cost to actually clad that barn, which is a 40 by 60? So that's 2,400 square feet. He said roughly 30,000. Now I don't know if that's changed, but if you think about this is 20 by 30, so this is 600 square feet. That's 1/4 of the 2,400 square feet. So 1/4 of 30,000 would be $7,500. If we wanted to clad this house with wood, split 3 different ways, that's less than $3,000 a piece. If we
You mean the floors or?
no, if we wanted to ever clad the house.
Oh, clad.
Talking about cladding and all this.
Yeah.
That's great with wood.
With wood, and that's just a rough estimate based on what one of our construction friends said for that barn when we were asking him about cladding that barn.
Right. It's like it has to look nice. So I'm into that completely. I mean, we even did it to our house in Ethiopia, right? It's like has a wood cladding on it. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Just because it looked like shit from the outside. We just put that beautiful like pine wood on it.
This is not even a really sunny day, but you could see that the light coming in is really nice.
The window positions and what they chose is actually pretty good.
It's like they have a window in every single. It's like outlets. You have to have them every some feet. Like there's a window every.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because
there's no escape. You're gonna have.
But if you if you play into it and put some nice like linen, like very thin sheer curtains, then you own the fact that the windows are so silly and abundant. It's like it just looks nice.
And think about also the airflow here. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's great for amount of light because a small house can make it feel very like small. Windows will make it bigger. Like airflow is going to be great, and then. The only thing is heating. Like windows are not that great insulated as a wall. So
yeah.
But even in my studio, we don't have heating, and we just use those little heater things, like plugged directly into the wall. Like my big studio in Brooklyn, we don't have any.
It takes a lot of energy. So like,
I know it sucks.
It's not as efficient as like a unit on the wall that you have here on the studio.
right? Like we can stain it dark and stuff.
We could either stain it, or you could do like what people are doing with the charring the wood too.
Like the black kind of look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know how good the black looks with the roof that's on here.
Well, that's
Let's
true.
make something that looks good with the roof. It's the roof we're not gonna change.
Look, I think if the wood is simple, like a simple clad wood, I'm just saying
Sending
if
out
you
our
wanted to
shipping
not
container.
spend money on the cladding and make it simple,
Yeah.
the way to make it beautiful is to add the shutters be
Yeah.
like the main look. You know?
Yeah, like the
That's-
details.
That's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
you could save, because like importing those things, it doesn't really cost that much. You know?
Especially because you travel so much in all those different
Well,
places.
I just know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
But it's like if the cladding is cheaper and not stone and not very wow but beautiful, you just put that on top of it.
Yeah, like if we did a simple pine the way that, Scott or Crystal did with Under the Tree,
Yeah, that looks great.
that's like the cheapest way to kind of do it, but it still looks good. And then you put the money in the details,
Exactly.
so to speak.
That's what I'm trying
And then
to say.
Yeah.
eventually, if this roof's like another thing I want to plan for is like eventually this roof is gonna go. What are we gonna replace it with? I think the best thing to replace it with would be a metal roof.
I
We
agree.
could do a silver metal roof, which works really well with that pine siding.
What color is
So-
the pine? Like, how does that look?
Well, it turns gray eventually. In the beginning, it's like a buttery color, and then it just starts to gray over
I
time.
think it's like
You
this.
have to send me a photo of
I
that.
think it's like this.
Because I don't know if that's a good look.
Oh, okay. Like that?
Yeah, it just grays over
It's
time.
probably pressure treated, but
I don't know. I like the burning idea.
We'll be working out more details for this office turned tiny home in some upcoming videos, so stay tuned to see how the renovations and our ideas come to life. And 10% of our Google AdSense revenues on this channel will be reinvested back into the Finger Lakes community, with a matching amount made by our partners over at Espoma Organic. So by liking, subscribing, and watching, you're helping out the community here too. See you in the next episode.